This week we're going to talk about shrinking the pigeonhole, or actually seeing how wider your career can be. Let's get into it. This came about from, I was on a forum and somebody said, I've written a few features, I've written a few pilots, and I'm comedy and action, and they were basically saying, what should I write? What's going to get me a career? Well, you know what you write best. That's going to get you a career. Being the very best writer in whatever you choose to do, that's your career. And you know in yourself what is good. But a lot of people chimed in and said, oh, unless you have a brand, unless you stick to your lane, no one will be interested in you, because when a producer buys from you, he wants to know what he's getting. Well, a producer is an idiot. He can read. But that's also true and not true. In the old days, there was far more pigeonholing. You were a screenwriter, you were a TV writer, you were an action writer, you were a comedy writer, but that's because genres are mixing now. You're getting action comedies, you're getting dramas with horrors, you're getting these wide serialized TV shows that are more like movies. You're getting a series of movies like a cinematic universe. So what was really true 25 years ago might not be so true now, and will probably not be true next year. So what do you need? Some person said one thing, and that's the one thing that was true. They said the word brand. So what is a brand? A brand is what a person thinks when they hear a word or your name. You cannot really control what people think about you. You can try to influence it. You can put messages out there which will influence them. I don't really have a brand. You probably don't have a brand. But it's very hard to break a brand as well. You've got to sort of move around the brand and keep putting things that contradict people. So at first they go, oh, that was interesting. Oh, maybe that person, maybe she can do both. That'd be interesting. And if you've got a wide breadth of work, people will ask, what else have you got? I was in a meeting with someone and they were after TV stuff. And what have you got? I told them, and they went, oh, that's all right. I told them something else. And then I told them a third thing, which is away from what I normally don't write TV anyway. And this was a sci-fi series. And they went, oh, that's good. That's got legs. I'd like to read about that. So I put that together for them. Of course, my first pitch was for what I normally write, which was a 4-part limited series, crime, drug drama. No. The second one was similar, about a crime. No. And the third one was this dystopian near future sci-fi. That's the one. Not what I normally do. And that's what people are willing to do. They know my brand. My brand with them is slightly dark, not that funny, but thought-provoking around social issues. That's my brand. But you can move that from a Western to a sci-fi to police drama to a war film. You can, because my brand is dark, dramatic, thought-provoking. That's my brand. It's not genre specific. It's not TV. It's not movies. So the idea of brand has evolved. It's stepped outside what it used to be. That guy's a comedy writer. Let's look at William Goldman. God rest him, one of the great writers of all time. Princess Bride, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Can you think of two broader sort of things? He was a genre buster. Quentin Tarantino has a very, very distinct brand. It's very violent and stuff. But he's written a love letter to Hollywood. He's also written a kung fu film. He's written, a martial arts movie too. He's also written gangsters. He's written westerns. So he's a bit genre breaking, but his brand is very specific. You know a Quentin Tarantino film when you see one. So brand isn't you have to be an action comedy writer. You have to just write for TV. Your brand will be your mood, your tone, how you write, how fast you write. That guy's very slow and methodical, but puts out great work. She's amazing. She's like a machine gun. You ask her for something, she can turn it around really, really fast. If you need someone to do some quick work for you, she's the person to get. So your brand isn't going to be such a pigeonhole anymore. It's widening. You can do film. You can do television. Craig Mazin, the other Craig. He, Hangover, Identity Thief, comedy. But in the background, he was writing Chernobyl because he loved that story. He pitched it to HBO. HBO is the modern type of thing. It's not the old sort of studio thing where, get me one of those comedy writers in here. HBO went, what is it? This is fantastic. Let's write Chernobyl. Now he's doing The Last of Us. But he also did Magic Quest or something else I didn't watch. So he did a bit of comedy again there. Todd Phillips, the guy that worked with him in the Hangover movies, did Joker. So you can see you can do comedy, you can do drama, you can do a thing like Joker. As long as your writing is good, if people know the style of who you are and how you work and how you write, that's your brand. So how do you work on that? Consistency. Put things out, and it's the hardest thing to do. We're invisible to the larger industry because we're in the amateur pond. Up in the big people lounge, we don't get there very often. Maybe make some short films, get your content out there, comment on things, be involved. That's another topic. The t-shirt comes in black. Thank you for everyone who's done that. That's really, really nice of you. Anyone who's been leaving comments and stuff, it's fantastic. And until next time, guys, keep writing.